Greece has confirmed buying Italian Bergamini-class military ships. We've been tracking this operation for months. In recent days, the official confirmation has come from Athens, which has authorized the acquisition of the frigates currently in service with the Italian Navy. The purchase is part of a plan to strengthen and modernize the Greek fleet in order to respond to and balance the power dynamics in waters of national interest against possible threats from both state and non-state actors. Now, beyond the historical competition with Turkey, the new challenges brought by the evolution of naval drones, and in particular, the underwater component, which according to many experts is more dangerous than surface threats, makes it necessary for Athens to adapt in order to respond appropriately. Now, I'm not saying that surface drones aren't a threat. A few days ago, Greece was involved in a curious incident with a drone, probably a Magura of Ukrainian origin, that silently reached the coasts of Greece. An incident that, if you will, was barely covered by the international press. However, I think you'll agree with me that what is on the surface is easier to fight, easier to see. Whereas when it comes to the underwater component, well, there are more complex considerations to make. To give you a bit of context, Athens will gradually replace the Heli-class units, which are still operational, and is modernizing the Hydra-class, which has also seen action in the Red Sea, but which is reaching structural limits also due to its age in service. The real flagship of the fleet for now will remain, and will increasingly become the Kimon-class of French design, of which Greece has ordered 4 units. This class of ships is instantly recognizable for its engineering choices, such as the inverted bow, and the lines hint at low observability. It packs in multi-role capability, and this week it was also chosen by Sweden for its own frigate program, after 40 years of absence, just imagine, in the Swedish fleet. It should also be noted that the shipbuilding will draw from the production line that Naval Group set up specifically for Greece. Returning to the Italian issue and the Bergamini-class, according to what has emerged, the model approved by Athens follows a 2+2 structure. Greece will initially acquire 2 frigates, keeping an option for 2 more units at a later stage. The first 2 Italian ships identified for transfer would be the Carlo Bergamini and the Virginio Fassan. Bergamini is the lead ship of the Italian class and is configured in the general purpose variant. The ship was delivered to the Navy in 2013 and is mainly intended for surface warfare missions, maritime security, and fleet air defense. Fassan entered service around the same year and instead belongs to the anti-submarine warfare configuration. This version is specialized in anti-submarine warfare and integrates different systems compared to the general purpose variant. Let me pause for a second. I want to immediately reassure those listening. Italy will not give up 2 ships, leaving our country unprotected. The period in which the Italian ships are supposed to be sold will coincide, as we have already told you in the past, with the entry into service of the 2 Frem Evo. Evo here does not mean extra virgin olive oil, but in this case it represents the ship's service entry. It means advancing diplomatic relations. And don't worry, there will be a rebalancing with an operation we've already seen in many cases. We sell a ship that would require personnel and maintenance costs for us, and in exchange we advance diplomatic and industrial relations. I'll also take a step back to the process that led to the approval of the program, which began back in 2025. In September, during the Sea Future exhibition held in La Spezia, Italy and Greece signed a memorandum of cooperation and a statement of intent on naval cooperation. After the signing, delegations from the Hellenic Navy carried out technical visits on board several Italian Bergamini-class units to check their condition, with positive results. Before choosing the Italian option, Athens had considered other paths and international solutions, such as the Elliptor or the littoral combat ship. There was also talk of a possible inclusion of Athens in the Constellation program, or cancellation. You know how that story turned out in the United States. If everything goes as it should, Athens could probably already have a fleet made up of the Makos and modernized Hydras, the FDI Kimon, and the Bergamini in the early 2030s. Of which I don't know if we'll have a different name. As for the value of the deal, the latest estimate for the first 2 Italian frigates, according to the Army Recognition website, is around 500 to 700 million euros. Estimates to be taken with caution, and that will also vary depending on the package of weapons and sensors that will be integrated on board. That said, that's all for today. Just a reminder that the channel is currently demonetized, so we're not earning anything from our work except for the glory. We do enjoy the glory, but if you want to support us, leave a like, share this video, spread the word about Gens Italia, and comment below to let them know your opinion in a peaceful way. Sources, as always, are in the first pinned comments, so you can check them out and see some more data that I surely forgot. See you soon here on Gens Italia. Bye.